Let's take a look and see how important is the difference between the double curly brace and the single curly brace. And to illustrate this, I will perform an XSS attack to this application. The rule is to never trust user data, never. So let's say that in the dashboard, we want to display the name of the authenticated user. We can simply pass name here. And of course, we have to display it inside the blade file. So name. If we go to the browser, we can see that the name is actually displayed here. So everything works fine. Now, what if the user wants to hack our application and they want to try some XSS attack? And instead of entering their name, what they do during the registration page or their profile page where they update the name, they might enter some script, some JavaScript script. So let's try this. Instead of my name, I will say here script, open and close, and we can say something like alert, you are hacked. So if we go back to the browser, we do see this script here, so nothing happens. However, what if we change the double curly brace to a single one, and we go back to the browser now? Aha, so we do get an alert with the message we have inside the alert, which is you're hacked. So if you use the double curly brace, it will encode the text and display it as is. But if you use the single curly brace, it will actually run whatever you have inside the variable. In our case, we have some JavaScript code, some alert, and it actually displays the alert, which is very, very dangerous. Of course, alerting is not a big deal, right? But hackers can do a lot more than that. For example, they can log the cookies in the console. So let's try this. So instead of alerting, we can say console.log, and we can say here document.cookie. If I go back to the browser and we open the console, we reload the page, you can see that now we're actually logging the cookies. So logging, again, is not a big deal, but they can extend this script here. And what they can do is to actually get the cookies and send them to their server, to their somewhere in the on the internet. And they can actually access your credentials. They can have access to your account. The hacker can literally run any JavaScript code you can imagine. That's why if you do trust the data, for example, if it comes from you, then you can safely use the single curly brace syntax. But if the data comes from the user, always use the double curly braces. If you enjoyed this video and want more, make sure to subscribe on YouTube and follow me on social media. The links are in the description. I'm also working on a Laravel boilerplate built with domain-driven design, which I already use for my SaaS, gaplos.com. It comes packed with tons of features and, of course, full DDD support. So stay tuned and thanks for watching.